This is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV for Monday, November 27th, 2023. I'm Derek Gilbert. Pray you had a blessed and happy Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Topic number 5 today, Israeli hostages. Since we spoke last week, Israel and Hamas agreed to a 4-day ceasefire and a period of hostage for prisoner exchanges. Some 40 Israelis have been released and a number of other hostages, mostly Thai nationals. They were freed over the last few days in exchange for about 120 Palestinian Arabs, a 3-for-1 swap. Israel holds about 2,200 Palestinians in detention under its administrative detention policy that Israel describes as a counterterrorism measure. This is used to lock up people who they are concerned will commit future terrorist actions. This is according to the description published by Associated Press, which, bear in mind, has a rather anti-Israel slant. Some of these people being held on minor charges like throwing stones at Israeli soldiers and the Israel police, others being held on charges as serious as attempted murder. Now, President Biden gave a speech at noon Eastern Sunday, essentially taking credit for the deal, allowing for the release of the Israeli hostages, when in fact it was the government of Qatar that brokered the exchange of hostages for prisoners. Then Biden asserted that a two-state solution, a Palestinian Arab homeland, is the only way to a lasting peace in Israel, which shows that either President Biden knows nothing about the true nature of this conflict, or he does, and he is just dissembling. That leads to topic number 4, wars and rumors of war. While this is going on, attackers in the Red Sea seized a tanker linked to Israel. This is off the coast of Yemen Sunday. No group immediately claimed responsibility, but it was noted that an alert describing the attack was found on a Telegram channel associated with the Houthi government of Yemen. Houthis, so named for the mountain tribes of Shia Muslims who've been fighting a long-running war against the Sunni government of Yemen, backed by the government of Saudi Arabia, essentially a proxy war between the great Shia power Iran and the leading Sunni power Saudi Arabia. At approximately 6:44 Eastern Time Sunday morning, the Telegram pages linked to the Houthi government reported the tanker seizure. This is the third cargo ship seized in the Red Sea that is linked to Israel. On Friday, the Houthis hijacked a partially Israeli-owned cargo ship just days after it threatened to target Israeli ships sailing in the Red Sea. The ship seized Friday, the Galaxy Leader, carrying cars from Turkey to India, partly owned by a British company that belongs to Israeli businessman Rami Unger. Iranian-backed militia in Iraq have also launched attacks on American troops in both Iraq and Syria. However, Iran itself has not been directly linked to an attack. I bring all of this to your attention just to make it clear that this conflict between Israel and Hamas could very easily escalate into a broader regional conflict. And that is something we're keeping an eye on very, very closely. Topic number 3, not unrelated, the Dutch Geert Wilder, or actually Geert Wilders. For us English speakers, it's spelled like Wilders, Wilders the pronunciation. He won a victory in the Dutch election over the weekend and is the leading candidate to form the next governing coalition and become the Netherlands' next prime minister. He's described in the corporate media as far right. This is being characterized by the corporate media as a disaster for European politics, that it threatens Netherlands' health policies and all sorts of other things. Basically, Wilders is a nationalist who understands that Dutch culture is under siege because of the influx of Muslims, predominantly Muslims from the Middle East, who are transforming the Netherlands into a country that many Dutch just don't recognize anymore. This is not unique to the Netherlands. This is also happening in the United Kingdom, in Germany, in France, many other nations in Europe that have welcomed literally millions of so-called refugees who are not willing to assimilate with the predominantly Christian culture, or at least it has the outlines of Christian civilization. Let's say a civilization, a culture founded on Christian principles. It is, I think more accurately, a post-Christian civilization in Western Europe. But Wilders has been pushing back against this, and his anti-Islam rhetoric has made him a target for extremists. He's had to have 24-hour round-the-clock security for years now. He's also a staunch supporter of Israel. He advocates shifting the Netherlands embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem following the lead of the United States under President Trump. He also wants to close the Dutch diplomatic post in Ramallah, home of the Palestinian Authority. He's also made heads explode here in recent days by tweeting that Jordan is Palestine. Jordan is Palestine, according to Wilders, which of course made liberals just erupt. But the fact is that Wilders is actually historically correct. When you go back to 1920 and you see the actual outline of the British mandate for Palestine, which formerly included both Jewish Palestine and Transjordan, the area east of the Jordan River. Later, when the vote was taken to give Jews their own homeland, it was limited to the area west of the Jordan River. So the area that was originally promised to them was shrunk by 77% before the vote. Anyway, the point is this: there was no real ethnic difference between Jordanians and Palestinians. There was no Palestinian nationality, certainly no ethnicity called Palestinian. They are Arabs, but there was no Palestinian nationality before the 1960s. It was invented as a marketing move to reposition the Palestinians in the minds of the world, because prior to this, it was the Arab-Israeli conflict. And when you look at the areas controlled by Arabs versus the area controlled by the Jewish state, you can see that Jews are the small minority in the world compared to the number of Arabs. But when you reframe it as Palestinians, well, suddenly they become the oppressed minority. And in the minds of today's school kids who've been indoctrinated into critical theory, where every political difference is framed as oppressor versus the oppressed, well, now suddenly the majority Jews in the land called Israel are the oppressors, and the Arabs called Palestinians are the oppressed. The other inconvenient truth here is that the Jordanians don't want the Palestinians back. If you're old like me, you might remember Black September 1970, when King Hussein actually ordered the Palestinian military to forcibly evict the Palestine Liberation Organization under Yasser Arafat, because Arafat tried to start a civil war in Jordan to overthrow the Hashemite dynasty, the Hashemite kingdom. The Jordanians went to war with the PLO, kicked them out, allowed them to move to Lebanon, where they became involved in the Lebanese civil war that lasted from 1970 until the 1990s. This is why Egypt doesn't want them either. They are a political thorn in the side of whichever country takes them in. Well, moving on. Topic number 2, mystery dog illness. If you are a dog people like we are, you want to pay attention to this. An unusual respiratory illness in dogs that does not respond to antibiotics is being investigated in several states. Oregon, Colorado, New Hampshire, among the states that have seen cases of the illness, which has caused lasting respiratory disease and pneumonia. In some cases, it's been fatal. It progresses very quickly from a cough and lethargy to just extreme illness within 24 to 36 hours. More than 200 cases of the disease have been documented in Oregon. According to one vet, it appears to be viral, which is why it doesn't respond to antibiotics. The problem is that until the virus is identified, it won't respond to antivirals either. Coming up, beware of the turkeys. That's next on 5 and 10.
We want to make sure that you're aware of the largest giveaway of the year in the We Are Legion Grand Collection. When you order the We Are Legion Grand Collection from SkywatchTVStore.com, you'll receive We Are Legion for We Are Many, Dominions, Cosmo Craters, and Washington, D.C. Unmasking the Ancient Riddle of the Hebrew Year 5785 and the Eminent Destiny of America by best-selling author Dr. Thomas Horn. Divided We Stand, the globalist scheme for a one-world government by Lieutenant Colonel Robert McGinnis, and The Prince of the Power of the Air and the Last Days, Satanology, History, Prophecy, and Technology by Jeffrey W. Martis. But we're just getting started. This must-have collection also includes the breathtaking 2-hour documentary, The Secret Destiny of America, on DVD, featuring Dr. Thomas Horn as he reveals who the God on America's Great Seal and U.S. $1 bill really is. Why 72 pentagrams in the Capitol Dome are used to control the ancient cosmocrators who rule the nations. The coming incarnation of Antichrist, and much, much more. But that's not all. With the holidays just around the corner, now's your chance to save big and receive solid bonus merchandise absolutely free. Because also included in the We Are Legion Grand Collection are any number of brand new, super quality, overstock gift books, DVDs, or audio sets to add to your library or to give away as gifts this coming holiday season. Sold separately, these items hold a retail value of nearly $150. Yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling, so act quickly. You can scan the QR code on your screen using the camera app on your phone for instant access to this special opportunity. This is the largest giveaway of the year, just in time for the holiday gift-giving season, and is available only while supplies last, so don't delay. Visit us at skywatchtvstore.com or call 1-844-750-4985 and ask for the We Are Legion Grand Collection now.
Item number 1 today, an own goal by Peta, the People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, activists who argue that we are mistreating our animal friends. And so we should all be vegan, apparently. According to the social media account hosted by Peta, the day before Thanksgiving, they posted a tweet, formerly a tweet, because it's not tweeting anymore. It's not Twitter, it's X. Anyway, their social media post argued that we should stay away from eating turkey on Thanksgiving because, and showing this cartoon of turkeys sitting around a table with a dressed human in the middle of the table, along with a post captioned, "We're lucky turkeys would never do this to us. You don't have to do it to them either," end quote. Unfortunately for Peta, the internet was not impressed. A community note appeared under the post. This is basically people on X can add context to posts that are, misleading. Reading, turkeys are not vegetarians. Turkeys eat mice, lizards, frogs, and just about anything they can fit into their mouths. If turkeys were larger or had the technological means to farm and eat humans, their current diet reveals that they likely would, end quote. The community note even included research from the University of California's Integrated Pest Management to back up the correction. Peta, trying to make a point, scores an own goal. Beware of the turkeys and be glad that we're larger and have opposable thumbs. This week on Skywatch TV, we continue our series based on the forthcoming book from Dr. Tom Horn, his last, called We Are Legion, for We Are Many. 2024 going to be a very interesting year, not just because of the presidential election, but because of the prophetic implications, according to the scenes of more than 2,000 years ago. They saw this period of history we are just about to enter, that we have entered, as prophetically significant. Don't miss these programs. You can watch it right now at our website, skywatchtv.com. You can also catch it right now at our over-the-air broadcast. The schedule for the over-the-air program, skywatchtv.com/channels. It's also available right now at Roku and Apple TV. If you have a set-top box, make sure you've got the Skywatch TV channel for your set-top box, or go to YouTube. The YouTube channel for the main program at Skywatch TV now, rumble.com/Skywatch TV also has all of our video content, or better yet, download our free mobile app. That guarantees we never get canceled, because not only is all of our video content there, it's our app, and we won't be canceled from our app. We've got it available for iOS, Android, and Amazon Kindle Fire phones and tablets. It is absolutely free, and we have links to their app stores at our website, skywatchtv.com. Thank you for watching as we keep watching. Thank you to our good friend Deb Castelli in Colorado for this wonderful handmade vest. Deb, we love you. Absolutely appreciate this. Until tomorrow, I'm Derek Gilbert. This is 5 and 10 from Skywatch TV.